Hello you guys, and welcome back to my little YouTube channel. I posted on TikTok about my habit of writing my morning pages every day, and I got some questions about what they are and what I am writing about, and also why I'm doing this. So I thought I would use this video to kind of dedicate it to my new practice that I established this year. So I'm pretty new to it. So I thought I would start with the question of what morning pages are. So morning pages is a practice that I learned from Julia Cameron's book, The Artist's Way. I have it here. It aims you to reconnect with your inner artist and make you lead a more creative life, which is something that people probably feel a void in their life when they kind of long for this book, which is what I was feeling. And it is a 16-week course, and there are different chapters. So every week you kind of read one chapter, and then there are little exercises that you do. And she kind of gives you tools and things to think about that you can use to be more creative and be more present in your creativity, and to just lead a life that this is kind of inherent in. So why should you do this? Why am I doing this? I think the most important part for me is that writing my morning pages really pulls me into the present. I am really there. All I am doing is writing about what I think, what I feel, what my inner world looks like, about my memories. So I am just there, I am not dedicating my first thoughts in the morning to things I see online, but I dedicate them to me. So I also feel like this translates throughout my day, that I am more present. I also think is that when you write about your thoughts, your dreams, your goals, when you write about your everyday, you will eventually also write about that, because everyday things kind of evoke these emotions, I think. Then if you complain about habits that you have or habits that you want to stop with, or that you want to establish, if you write about these things every day, you kind of get annoyed with yourself, and eventually you will make subtle changes, I think. This is what it was for me, and I can also imagine this being something that others experience throughout their morning pages. So what am I writing about? I write 3 pages stream of consciousness, which is what this book proposes, and I usually start with just describing my morning, the situation that I'm in. Am I drinking my coffee? Am I sitting in bed? What kind of day is it? What do I have to do on this day? Am I going to the office? It is a weekday. Did, I don't know, something happen that I'm still thinking about, in the news or something? Just everything that comes to mind in the second that I'm writing, I write about. So I start with describing my morning, and then usually it evokes some kind of memory or some kind of thing that I have thought about, and you just write about it. You don't stop, you don't reread it, because rereading is kind of activating your sensor, and you don't want that. You just want to be in a flow, and if you don't want to finish a sentence, don't finish it. If your mind thinks faster than you can write, then you can just do that. This is just a practice for you, and it is about the practice and not the result. But I just remember when I started my morning pages, on the 1st January, I wrote with my fountain pen again that I already used in school, and I started writing, and then kind of my hand started to hurt. So I was reminded of sitting in school and writing my exams for 3 hours. And I just wrote about that, and I wrote about the snacks that I ate and like everything that comes to mind, like how the classroom looked. I just got reminded of so many things, and I just like flowed and I just wrote about it. So it's also like a practice of uncovering memories, I would say. So some days I also just write about how I want to structure my day. Like sometimes I'm so stressed about all the tasks that I want to tackle, and it's not like I have big tasks to do, but like I have to, I don't know, go to the supermarket, go to the post office. I want to send a package with a piece that I sold on Vinted, just like random things. But I am thinking constantly about, when do I want to do it? Am I doing this on my lunch break? Am I vacuuming after work? Or am I doing it in my lunch break? Or do I want to go to the post office first? Does it make more sense to like cook first? Like all these thoughts. Sometimes I just dedicate a whole page to how I want to do things. And I think that's also okay. Like sometimes I write about meaningful things and meaningful memories come to mind. And sometimes I just write about my super ordinary day. And this also helps me to kind of relieve a little bit of stress, because then it doesn't have to stay in my mind, but it can stay on the page. So this is also like helpful, like a way in which this is helpful to me. So how did I establish this habit? First of all, I told myself that this is nothing that takes away from my life, but it adds to my life. Like it makes my life better. Of course, I have to wake up half an hour early, or I have to like carve out time in the morning to do that. But it makes my life better. So it's not someone taking away, like a habit taking away time from me, but it actually gives me something back. So this kind of mind shift helped me a little bit. And I place my notebook and my pen always next to my bed, or like place it on the kitchen table, wherever I plan to write my morning pages in the morning, and drink my coffee, because you can like make yourself a cup of coffee and make it cozy, and then you write. I feel like it's sometimes I like procrastinate it, like I procrastinated it in the last weeks. And then I wrote it like during lunchtime, for example, and it's not the same. Like it's so like my best morning pages are really like in the early morning, when mostly when I have to like wake up really, really early to go to the office, and then I write them after like getting ready, and then I'm drinking my coffee, and then I write. These are like my favorite writing sessions. So yeah, I place it next to my bed because this makes it easy. Like I don't have to look for it, I don't have to search it. It's like intuitive to just like grab it. And what I also do, this doesn't help me so much, but I know that it helps other people, is like I have a habit tracker. I just use the habit tracker that is already integrated in my Hobonichi. And I just like make circles on days and every day that I did my morning pages. And my goal is that all of the circles will be filled. Let's see how that goes. But yeah, this kind of makes it a little bit easier for me to like keep up with this habit. And I recently listened to this habit book that everyone's read, Atomic Habits. And what I found interesting is that you like it makes it easier to like establish a habit when you have like a date started on a date that means something to you. So I did the ultimate thing and started on January the 1st, because it's like such a clean cut and like a perfect occasion for me to start it. But you could, for example, start on your birthday, or like even starting on a Monday makes it a little bit easier, like having a fresh start, or like on the first day of a month. Yeah, just like a tip for you if you also want to start and don't know where to start or when. I hope I clarified all the questions from the 3 TikTok comments that I got, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.